जय सपरिकर शिशि गुरु गौरांग गंधर्व गोविंद सुंदर गिरिधारी जू गोपाल जू शिशि लक्ष्मी बराह देव जू लक्ष्मी नारायण जू श्री गुरुदेव श्री गुरु महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। समस्त गुरु वर्ग की जय।
जय विष्णुवाद मिश्रामि
हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe, 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 Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Madan Mohan Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Madan Mohan Radhe, Radhe Gopinath, Gopinath Radhe, Radhe Radhe Gopinath, Gopinath Radhe, Radhe Madan Mohan, Madan Mohan Radhe, Radhe Radhe Madan Mohan, Madan Mohan Radhe, Radhe Radhe Madan Mohan, Madan Mohan Radhe, Radhe Radhe Gopinath, Gopinath Radhe, Radhe Radhe Gopinath, Gopinath Radhe. Hare Krishna. Nobody can really sing following me. Hare Krishna. Om. Om Vandeham Sri Guru Srita Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhamnitamscha Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhamnitamscha Namasrishthang Manumapi Shachiputramatra Sarupam Rupam Tasya Grajamurupurim Mathurim Gashthabatim Radha Kundang Girivara Mahoradhika Madhavasam Prapto Jasya Prathita Kripaya Sri Gurun Tang Natushi Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamajjam Dadati Sapadantikam Radha Shanmukha Sangsaktim Sakhi Sangha Nivasinim Tvamaham Satatam Bande Madhavasraya Vigraham Radha Shanmukha Sangsaktim Sakhi Sangha Nivasinim Tvamaham Satatam Bande Madhavasraya Vigraham Sri Saraswati Priyeshta Sevanam Suvigraham Sri Sarupa Raya Rupa Raga Rashmi Sundaram Radhika Sudibhya Bhava Ranjitam Priyam Badhum Sridharam Bhajami Bhakti Rakshakam Chiraprabhum Sridharam Bhajami Bhakti Rakshakam Chiraprabhum Sri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gauriya Gurbannai Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhato Gagani Yo Gaura Sankirtanai Maya Badati Mingilo Daru Gatana Dhritya Jivanima Krishna Prema Sudha Vidhi Gahana Sukham Radha Prabhu Tam Bhaji Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare সকলে বল হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম Ram Ram Hare Hare. Gaur Hari Bol. So, my dear devotee audience, I offer my loving regards, pranams to all of you. Whoever taking part, in listening to today's Harikatha, here and abroad, whether in our Chaitanya Saraswat Math or abroad, I extend my loving regards to all those good-hearted devotees of Lord Krishna, Radhika, Mahaprabhu. Please, we are all living on this mundane plane, living on this mundane level of existence. Therefore, always there are certain distractions. Either in this form or that form. So please don't mind with that. Today, as I started my program today, all of a sudden some distractions came. It happens. It's a part of our mundane life, mundane existence. Hardly any program, anything in our life on this mundane plane of existence can be very smooth and happy and perfect. So it's a part of the mundane nature, mundane existence, mundane environment. There will always be some type of distractions in different forms. Devotees need to be used with this and learn how to ignore. How to ignore those is very less important, and focus more on the main thing, our main objectives. So, we all know the month of Purushottama is gone by. Now another most holy month of Kartika, month of Damodara Brata, already flowing. So, one great month of Purushottama, took leave, and within a few days from the time he took leave, another most auspicious month of Radharani, now came forward. It has already started. Month of Damodara Brata already started for those who began observing this Brata from the Ekadashi. And those devotees who are going to start from Purnima, they are going to begin it from tomorrow. You know, we all know there have been two divisions among the Krishna devotees in regard to beginning the Damodara Brata, making a start. Some devotees, some missions start from the Ekadashi day where some other devotees start from Purnima. Both are very right. Both ways are perfectly okay, all right, fully accepted by our Guru Varga. So it just depends on someone's individual taste, some mood, how and when, from which day a devotee will start observing the month of Damodara Brata, whether from Ekadashi or from Purnima. Okay. But both tithis, Ekadashi and Purnima, are quite okay, quite right to make a start of the observance of Damodara Brata. Gaur Hari Bol. So anyway, I just remember now, some devotees requested me a few days back, the last part of the month of Purushottama, some devotees requested me to throw some lights on Chauragra Ganyashtakam. In other words, it is called Purushottamastakam. Telling me, Guruji, there are many ordinary people in the world. Okay, in other words, many mundane people, normal people from the mundane society, do not properly understand Lord Krishna's, stealing character. They don't understand appropriately, properly, very respectable way, okay, about Lord Krishna's stealing characteristics. They think maybe Lord maybe sometimes playfully be stealing something in the childhood, okay, in a playful way. But when he even grew up, he did his pastimes while he was in the juvenile, manifesting on the juvenile state, okay, Kishore state. Still, it is found that Lord Krishna was also engaged in some playful stealing and stealthy ways. So, the ordinary people who are bound by so-called sense of moralities, ethics, sometimes they don't understand it very well. Okay, how Supreme God can be a great thief, can be a great stealer, like that. So kindly requested me, so please explain about this stealing characteristics of Lord Krishna at some point. So today I have decided to give some illuminations on our great Lord Krishna's stealing characteristics. the characteristics of that part, why he is worshipped as the king of the thieves, divine king of the thieves. In other words, how Lord Krishna has been glorified so much, praised so much, admired so much because of these special characteristics. So much so, Billamangal Thakura composed the whole song, Chauragra Ganyashtakam, to describe such glory of Lord Krishna. See, first of all, we all need to understand, everyone needs to understand a reality that when something is being related to Supreme God, the Supreme Divine Lord, even if it looks to be like something, some type of negative activities, we must understand there is always a much higher and deeper purpose behind it. It's not really that the way it apparently looks like some negative activities. It's much more transcendental to our ordinary mundane concept. Okay, our Guru Varga explained, sometimes my Guru Maharaj explained, what to speak of, what to speak more about some very positive and great things, beautiful things, while being related to the Supreme Lord, okay, Supreme God, that they will always be glorified as great and beautiful. But even sometimes some of the negative things, while gets connected with the Supreme Divine Truth, Divine Lord, they also become transformed into the positive things, positive qualities. Such is the divine nature, power, the ability of Supreme God, Divine Absolute. That, I repeat, what to speak more of the good things, positive things while connecting with Him, relating with Him, will always be, okay, manifesting as, okay, in a great, good, best way, more beautiful way. Even when some of certain negative things also become somehow connected to the Supreme Divine reality. Reality the beautiful, reality the wonderful, source of all wonders, divine wonders and divine beauty. Then what happens? Even those negative things also become transformed into the positive thing, transformed with positive characteristics and beauty. Okay, such is the glory, transcendental glory, qualification, power of the Supreme Absolute. Why? Supreme Absolute God means Supreme Divine. What is divine? Which is imbued with, which is the sum total of beauty, knowledge and blissfulness. That is divine. So, it has been explained in the scriptures by our Guru Varga. So-called negative things, while coming in contact with the Supreme God, Supreme beautiful reality, absolute God, then they also become converted into the positive, with all positive qualifications. Why I am explaining this in the very beginning? To make a point that everyone should understand, everybody in our society should understand that anything negative coming in contact with God, God consciousness, doesn't stay as negative and stay as anything low class, but they become simply converted into positive, into something great, glorious, laudable, by the connection, divine connection, by the wonderful divine connection and relationship with the Supreme Lord. He is so powerful. Anything ugly, apparently ugly, comes in his contact, becomes transformed into beautiful. Beautiful. Anything, anything like low class or ordinary, while coming in his contact, transformed into extraordinary. The extraordinary being, extraordinary object. So, while apparently bad activity like stealing is being accepted by Lord Krishna as his Leela, it simply becomes converted into a very positive, benedicting activity. First of all, we have to understand the nature of Krishna's stealing is not like, never like ordinary kind of stealing, concept of stealing found in this mundane world. It is simply transcendental to the general concept, general conceptions of thieving activities or stealing activities. Rather, in many places, not many places, rather, in every aspect, it is opposite to mundane nature of stealing or thieving activities. Why? Mundane concept of stealing is simply negative. Mundane concept of thieving or becoming a thief or becoming a stealer is just negative. It is a punishable thing. It's not good. It is encroaching in another person's life. So exploiting is a punishable offense, because that's the way it is on this mundane world. But as soon as it connects to Krishna Leela, pastimes of Lord Krishna, it simply becomes transformed into something that of opposite character. Opposite to bad means good. Opposite to something opposite to anything negative becomes positive. Opposite to exploitation. On the mundane level, all stealing, thieving activities bringing exploitations, exploiting bad, sinful activities. But while it is found in Krishna Leela, Krishna's pastimes, it is simply benedicting. Krishna's stealing activity becomes so beneficial, benedicting for everyone. This is the very fundamental difference between mundane concept and divine concept of stealing. You know, we know Lord Ramachandra as Marjada Purushottama. There is some wonderful distinctions between the characters of Lord Rama and Lord Krishna. Lord Rama is called as Marjada Purushottama, and whereas Krishna is known as Leela Purushottama. Leela Purushottama Bhagavan. One is Marjada Purushottama Bhagavan, another is Leela Purushottama Bhagavan. So we find Lord Ramachandra mostly established the ethics, morality, higher principles of life, respectable principles through his life activities. And that's how he is worshipped as Marjada Purushottama, a Lord Purushottama, the greatest, the best of all men, one who established the standard of morality, noble, in other words, who established all the moral grounds, who established the high morality and ethics and ideals of life, okay, in a very respectable manner. And that's how he is being worshipped, as Marjada Purushottama. Whereas we find, in comparison to Lord Rama, we find Krishna Leela is even transcending Lord Ramachandra's, ethical ways, ethical standards of the high ideals, established on great respects, sense of high respects and esteem. Transcending that even, because Lord Krishna is not bound by any general sense, general laws of the worldly moralities, worldly laws of the morals or ethics. He simply proved himself to be the Lord, transcending all these ordinary, mundane, laws, morals, ethics. Simply transcended, in other words, Vidhi Marga. Transcending the Vidhi Marga, the levels of rules, regulations, and morals, high ethics, is simply manifested with the nature of full freedom, manifested with full freedom, divine freedom, transcending all limited rules, regulations, and morals, ethics created by our human society for certain reasons. Lord Krishna simply gave the message, I am not bound, I am never to be bound by all these rules and regulations, laws of creations, laws of the ethics and morals created by some people of the society, okay, in order to go on in their life in certain organized manners. But I am Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna says, I am above all this. Because I am Supreme Lord, I am never bound, I am never obliged by the limitations of these mundane rules and regulations. Because my nature and my nature of Leela, all activities, simply infinite. It is infinite in every aspects, in every way, every aspects, crossing all the limits, crossing all types of limitations of the laws and nature and ethics and morals of the mundane world. Try to understand me. I am such tattva. My tattva, real nature is such. This is me. I am the Lord, transcendental. Transcendental to all such limitations and obligations. I have already described this Siddhanta very clearly in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, that I am never bound by any mundane laws, rules, regulations, or laws of creations, all these. I always live as transcendental because I am the source of all true freedom, benedicting freedom, of all this wonderful, beautiful, infinite freedom, because my nature is infinite. Since my nature is marked by unlimitedness, infiniteness, so accordingly my ways of doing things, my ways of doing pastimes, okay, doing all activities, also of that of infinite aspects and capability, infinite qualification, never to be limited by, bound by some other worldly laws and worldly system. Therefore, I am characterized as transcendental. Transcendental. What's the meaning of the term transcendental? It means transcending all the limits. So back to the point, Lord Krishna, he simply crossed all those limits, and limits of some normal or general type of morality or ethics or ideals, and he manifested himself, appeared in self-evident way as the Lord in transcendence, Lord of transcendental quality and capability, not to be judged, never to be judged or considered and understood, a so-called limited, normal, mundanely normal way, okay, following some worldly ways of the judgment and considerations. He simply says, I am beyond all this. So you must understand me accordingly in a transcendental way. You cannot try to understand a transcendental absolute reality in a limited mundane way. Then all misconception will come to you. You won't understand me properly. You'll have complete misunderstanding and misconception about my playful pastimes such as stealing and all, stealing and thieving, because you are trying to judge me in a very wrong way, very limited way, according to your limited conception, mundane conception of stealing and thieving. Now how? See. So, therefore, We Krishna devotees understand our Supreme Lord is of such nature. He not only likes to be worshipped by Vidhi Marga, but also loves to be worshipped through Raga Marga, crossing above the Vidhi Marga, transcending the Vidhi Marga. He loves to be worshipped through unbridled love, through free love divine, spontaneously, to free and spontaneous devotional love. He wants to be worshipped with. That's what he loves. That's how he loves to be worshipped with devotion, loving devotion. Devotion for Krishna, towards Krishna, cannot be without love. Or love for Krishna, the idea, the concept of love for Krishna cannot be without devotion. Both have to be combined together. Then only it becomes ideal, to offer to Krishna. It is called loving devotion or devoted love, devotional love. In other words, it's called prema. In the highest sense, best sense, such love, loving devotion is called as Krishna prema. And in order to create, now I'm back to the point, why stealing this activity, why the activities, pastimes of Krishna such as stealing become so laudable, so delicious, so much source of delight, ecstasy, because Krishna, out of his love, he loves to steal away the heart, mind and heart, everything of his own devotees. And similarly, his devotees also love to be stolen by him. It's both ways, both reciprocative ways, not one way. I repeat, in one way, devotees, they do love to be stolen away, completely stolen and plundered by their beloved Lord. It is one of their great prayers, one of their most devoted prayers, with all implorings, imploring, my beloved Lord, please be merciful. We all know you are greatly merciful. You are a most merciful Lord. So please have that mercy in my life. Have that mercy, on me. That you accept everything from me. If I don't want to give you, my Lord, maybe because of my conditioning, because of my mundane conditionings, false pride, often I am not ready to give you everything. But when you, in an expert way, in a stealthily way, thief-like way, you enter my heart, enter into my life, and steal away everything, means take everything from me, my mind, heart, soul, everything of me, and embrace me in love, then that becomes the highest fulfillment of mine in life. That is the highest and ambrosial fulfillment of my life. Please, O Lord, please take, absorb, embrace all my heart and soul and everything. Then that will bring my highest satisfaction. highest fulfillment. So see, so in the very first place, it is the devotee of Krishna who are praying to Lord Krishna to steal away, to take everything of their life, their mind, heart, soul, existence, everything. And Krishna responds. In order to respond and reciprocate to those beloved devotees, Krishna also engages in stealing. In reciprocative relationship, okay. So then, Krishna also tastes. Krishna also finds special taste, okay, in responding the prayers of his devotees, and he engages in stealing away their properties, their mind, heart, and soul, all. He enjoys to do that, and also makes his devotees greatly enjoy that. So such type of stealing can only be understood through Sambandha Jnanam, one who doesn't know anything about the nature of relationship, beloved relationship between Lord and the devotee, Supreme Lord and the devotees, cannot understand the glory of Krishna acting as a thief, great thief, noble thief. The glory of that Krishna is stealing. So, back to the point. As the devotees, in one hand, devotees of Krishna love to be stolen away, stolen by their beloved Lord, and thereby they feel the highest fulfillment, ecstatic fulfillment of their life, okay, the highest ambrosial experience of their life. In a similar way, Lord Krishna also loves to steal things from them. It's a loving transaction, loving reciprocation. It's a very loving business between Supreme Lord and devotee, between beloved Lord and beloved devotees. So, stealing becomes a great play, a great beneficial relational plays, that of loving reciprocations between Lord and devotees. So we immediately understand, so this Krishna stealing doesn't have any negative feelings. We cannot, even if we try to find out some negative fault in Krishna stealing, we cannot find, because it is flawless, because it is faultless, because although it looks like stealing, it's not any faulty kind of mundane stealing. It's not at all the mundane type of sinful, concept of stealing, offensive stealing, rather opposite to that by nature. Just appears to be, playfully appearing to be stealing activity, but actually it's not stealing. It is giving, mutual giving to each other. Supreme Lord and the devotee are giving themselves to each other through mutual loving understanding. Gaur Hari Bol. So, Hare Krishna. So, our Guru Maharaj once explained, this is a great hope. This is an great hope, immortal hope in our life. The Supreme God mercifully appearing in our lives as great thief, great stealer. Why? Guru Maharaj explained, we often don't want to give anything to the Supreme Lord. we often become so selfish, so selfishly conditioned and motivated. We don't want to give anything to our Supreme Lord. Always we want to keep everything for us, for our sense gratification, mundane enjoyment. Often we don't want to give ourselves, give our things to the Lord. But it is a great hope for us who don't want to easily give things to the Lord, that Supreme Lord mercifully appears, comes into our life, enters into our life, stealthily way, as a thief, greatly benedicting thief, and although we are not ready to give Him, we are not ready to give our things to Him, surrender our things to Him, offer, our properties, our things to Him, but He managed to take it from us. So merciful. Such is the merciful nature of the Lord. We don't want to give, but still He will mercifully enter our life in a peaceful, thief-like way, as a stealer enters our life, our heart, and somehow steals our heart. Meaning, takes away towards Him, accepts, He steals our mind and heart, our things for Him, towards Him, embraces us, accepts us this way. Although we, the conditioned jivas, often don't want to, consciously often don't want to give much to the Lord. But this is a great mercy of the Lord, great benevolence and mercy, merciful act of the Lord, that He comes forward as a great expert thief, enters our life and steals away. Steals our things, our mind, heart and soul towards Him, so that we become qualified to be with Him, to be absorbed in His consciousness, to be embraced, in His consciousness, embraced by Him, merciful Lord. So, again, it's a great sign of great mercy of the Lord that He appears as a thief in our life. Opposite to the concept of mundane stealing. Mundane stealer, mundane thieves simply takes away things to exploit, to put us in trouble, makes us destitute, makes us poor, makes us destitute and puts us in a very miserable situation. But when Krishna steals anything from our life, things happen just in the opposite way, other way around. Our life gets fulfilled. The more He steals away things of our life for Him and accepts it, tastes it, the more He fulfills us in return. With so much reciprocation, loving reciprocation, giving us the message. Now you became qualified to be accepted by me. Now you have become qualified to become stolen by me, to be accepted by me, embraced by me. Otherwise, don't consider with little fortune one can have such qualification to be stolen by me. It never happens. It cannot be, it cannot happen. It cannot be caused by little small fortune in someone's life to be stolen by me. One requires a great, high fortune, special, extraordinary fortune, thus to be stolen by me. Meaning to be embraced by me, to be taken by me. So, do you understand then? What is the concept of the stealing by Krishna? Devotees always pray and pray. When will you become so merciful, my Lord, to do a great justice to your own name, that you are Chauragraganna. You are the most greatest, noblest thief. When will you apply that into reality in my case, that you are the greatest and noblest thief? You are the thief, the great thief, the most noble, transcendental thief. You don't thief ordinary things. You always steal the best things of life. Our heart and soul, our love for you. So, Lord, please do proper justice to your great name, that you are Chauragraganna, foremost of the best of the thieves, and apply that in my life. I will eternally remain grateful. I will eternally remain indebted to you for that act of your stealing of my heart and soul, my everything. Take, my Lord, take. I don't know how to give. I am not so qualified to give you. I don't know how to offer my things to you with proper qualifications, proper quality. I am so conditioned, so fallen, so unqualified. I have no qualification, that I am not able to offer myself properly, appropriately to you with quality devotion. But when you mercifully come forward to take everything from me, in spite of the fact that I am so disqualified to be taken by you, to be accepted by you, then my joy knows no bound. My joy, my delight, my bliss knows no bound. That you are so merciful, Lord. Although I am so unqualified, so fallen, but you are so great, so benevolent, so noble on the other hand. So merciful. You still coming forward to accept me, take me. That is the one of the highest manifestations of your mercifulness in my life, in our life, O Lord. We are greatly thankful, eternally indebted and grateful to you that you became a great stealer. You are a great thief, divine thief. divine stealer. Otherwise, we would have no hope. Our qualification of giving you, offering you, is so limited. On the other hand, we don't want to give. We are all the time on this mundane plane of existence, all the time so selfishly motivated, selfishly conditioned, mundanely conditioned, we hardly want to give you. We are not so conscious to give ourselves to you, giving service to you, giving our things to you. But you take, you mercifully take, in spite of our disqualifications, despite our disqualifications, that we cannot offer ourselves to you properly. Yet, you are so merciful, ignoring all our disqualifications and all, you mercifully come forward and enter our life and heart in a hidden way, in a hidden way, peacefully, and steal us, and steal our heart and soul, our love towards you. We are eternally grateful for this act of yours, for this play of yours. Had it not been in such a way, we would have lost a great fortune, great hope, a great fulfilling hope in our life. So Lord, please do a proper justice, best justice to this name of yours, one of the best names. You are Chauragraganna. You are Chauragraganna, Lord. See? So, back to the point. Mundane people should understand how the owner himself or herself can steal his or her own thing. Impossible. When you are the owner of everything, even if you don't take anybody's approval, you don't need to, you're owner, and you are taking away your thing, how can you steal actually? Because everything belongs to you. But still, in order to create some rasa and playful way, cute, playful ways in life, sometimes we find the owners themselves are engaged in taking away certain things in a hidden way in the family life. So as we understand the Krishna Tattva, who is none other than the supreme owner of everything, he has got right to take away anything and everything of our life. Our life also belongs to him. We cannot even live our life, okay, without his potency, without his sanction. Okay, nothing can be belonging to us if it is not given by him. Everything ultimately given by him, sanctioned by him. Therefore, we are possessing many things, thinking we are owning many things. So, he made us the owner. The supreme owner made us the owner. Okay, so everything, whole world, whole universe belongs to him. If he takes away anything without any individual's permission or approval, without any individual being's approval, is it really stealing? Not at all. Not at all. Rather, if we accept anything without his approval and permission, without offering that in his service first, then we are becoming mundane stealer, mundane thief. That we are not offering God's things to God in the first place. Okay, we are taking everything. But we are taking everything from his storage, from his store, for our enjoyment, selfish enjoyment in our conditioned life, without giving anything to him, without having the temperament to offer something, offer those things to our supreme owner, our supreme Lord first, and then let us take in our life. Then let us accept things in our life. But we are so conditioned often, we often forget the very fundamental duty, most important duty in our life, first to offer everything to him and then accept those things in our life as his prasadam. We forget to do that. So we become thief in a mundane way. And on the other way around, on the other hand, in spite of stealing everything from this world, Krishna is not a real thief in a mundane sense, but he is best of all the divine noble thieves who do thieving, who engage in thieving for giving more, for benedicting more, for bringing more benediction and benefits, divine benefits in life, not to really exploit. That's the fundamental difference. That's the main difference, real difference between mundane, low-class mundane concept of thieving or stealing and the transcendental concept of the thieving and stealing by Krishna. Therefore, we have to realize, understand through realizations. Knives in the hand of a surgeon saves the life. Same knife in the hand of a gunda destroys, kills the life. While there are many things, I can give you many examples, some negative things. While you love something in a very wrong way, offer your love and trust in a wrong way, then it causes so much suffering in your life. Apatridanam. When you use your freedom in a wrong way, then it brings so much suffering. But when you offer your things, like love, your great virtues, values of your life you offer to others in a proper way, such as love and trust, truth, and your all well wishes, good wishes, appropriately to the appropriate persons, qualified persons, then they bring good. They bring so much benefits instead of bringing misery. Why I am saying all this? So, while everything of our life is offered to Krishna in devotion, they bring so much benefits. But to explain further about it. But while we remain so conditioned, ordinary jivas, by living so conditioned way, so selfishly conditioned way, they don't want to offer to the Lord. Supreme Lord is so merciful. He is finding or making some way to come to them, to bring some benediction in their life, to anyhow, by any way, somehow or other, bringing some great benedictions to their life, great fortune in their life, out of His causeless mercy. And that way He finds out is the way of thieving, like a stealer. Because he knows these jivas are so conditioned, they won't give me anything. I have to take from them. Okay? I have to enter their life in a hidden way, peaceful, hidden way. They cannot check me. They cannot object me, check me from entering, because I am entering in a stealthily way into their life and occupy their mind and heart, accept their things and give them the greatest benediction. Give them, bless them with the highest fortune of life, loving relation with me, loving service for me. I simply enter in a thief-like way, stealthily I enter their life to bless them with that highest fortune, to relate to me, okay, to engage in my devotional service, to love me and lovingly engage in my service, be engaged in loving relationship with me. That's why I have become thief, stealer. The Guru Varga explained, like with some examples. Krishna here, how apparently negative things turn into very positive things of life. I have to remember some examples. Suppose when somebody is in great relationship with another person, in other words, when someone is in some love relationship with other person, if you, even without permission, approval, if you sometimes take some of the things from him or her, he or she doesn't, the other partner doesn't mind about it, because you are sharing a loving partnership, understanding. It is, although sometimes you take something away from your other loving partner of life without permission, it's not a big deal, it's not considered stealing at all. But if some ordinary person with whom you do not have any relation, that family relation, loving relation, if he comes and takes away something without permission, then it is a sinful activity, offensive activity. So it all depends. It all depends on the nature of relationship, all relative. There's relative considerations, absolute consideration. Just as I gave you the example, knives in the hands of the surgeon, doctor, great doctor, utilized to the best to save a life through surgery. Same knife in the hands of other unqualified person, bad person, kills the life, does the opposite. Okay? But the same knife, although looks negative, knife looks like dangerous, bad thing, but in the hand of a doctor, it becomes positive. positively qualified. Okay? When you love someone, I give you example, everybody mind. Hear with attention. When you love somebody, you simply come, touch him or her, pat him, how are you doing, giving hug, sometimes little kiss. It becomes enjoyable for both. But if you don't have that relation, if anybody comes from outside and comes to you and gives you a hug and kiss, you will be offended. Same thing, same hugging and kissing becoming bad. While it is being done by someone outsider, you don't feel any relation. Okay? You have no feelings of relationship or understanding or anything. Then you feel very offended. All of a sudden comes from nowhere and gives you hug and kiss. You'll be very offended and insulted. But you will have the opposite feeling. You will have some feeling opposite to that when your beloved is just coming forward to you. Even without your permission, hugging and kissing you a bit, you enjoy it. See, one is negative, one is positive. Same act. Knives in the same knife, same hugging and kissing, same taking away of the things. One is being marked as something negative, offensive. Another is being marked in a positive way. In a positive way, enjoyable. Opposite to the offensiveness, rather. Enjoyable. I can give you so many more examples like this. When if somebody just comes forward between boys and girls who do not have proper loving relationship, if they don't just come forward and start like pranks, starting like some pranking each other, it becomes a torture. It's not a good thing. Torture. Okay? Because those boys and girls don't know each other. They don't have good feelings about each other. Okay, no friendship. But if such persons try to prank each other, encroaching into his or her life, it is considered offensive, encroaching, isn't it? But when two beloveds do some little pranking, it becomes enjoyable play. Two beloveds are pranking each other a little bit, pricking each other, sentimentally pricking each other or teasing. That's the word I was looking for. Teasing each other. Then it becomes very enjoyable play, playful enjoyment between these two. And they are laughing and giggling, they are enjoying so much to be teased by each other. I don't mean any mischievous ways, I mean within a limit. But same teasing becomes torture and assault and insult if it is done by some outsider in your life. Becomes offensive and punishable. What husband wife can do in relation to each other, anybody from outsider, any boys and girls cannot do that. Okay? One is good and another is bad. Apparently it's the same act. Okay? Apparently the activity appears to be very same and similar. But whether it is good or bad is depending, its definition, whether it is good or bad is depending upon the qualifications. Okay, qualifications and the ways of the use, whether proper use or misuse, appropriate or inappropriate use. All this. So, things, whether something is good or bad, in this case, whether stealing is good or bad, it's all defined by its nature. Its nature. So, depending on applications, whether something good or bad, always depending on its nature of applications, whether it is applied appropriately, appropriate way or not. Whether things being applied in appropriately or inappropriately. If it is appropriately applied, good. Inappropriately applied, bad. But the thing is the same, almost similar thing. Gaur Hari Bol. Sometimes in front of a room it is written no admission, meaning it's not admissible for everybody. If any outsider just comes and straightly goes inside, it is offensive. It is offense. But there written no admission doesn't necessarily mean those who are qualified to enter that room, oh, it is also applied to them, they also cannot enter. No. Something like I am looking for Gaur Hari Bol. Anyway, you all understand what I want to mean. Similarly, when Supreme Lord, Supreme God is engaged in stealing activity, it has to be understood that stealing becomes opposite to stealing. It becomes so benedicting. Okay, it is so awarding. Okay, it becomes so much awarding in life. From whom he is stealing, Supreme God is stealing. Because Supreme God doesn't bring any misfortune, okay, anything bad to anyone's life. Like mundane stealing always causes mischief. Mundane stealing always causing, misery, exploitation. That is so bad. But while Supreme God is stealing, it is just other way around, opposite to it. It is so rewarding, awarding, fulfilling, but in the playful way of his stealing. Now let us look into the nature and the necessity why Lord Krishna engaged in stealing. See, we cannot forget, because of Lord Krishna's this specific quality, that he is Chauragraganna, great stealer. The Leelas, like Damobandhana Leela, Damodara Leela, and the Leelas, intimate pastimes between Krishna and the Braja Gopis at the time of stealing away the clothes of the damsels of Braja Gopi, all came into existence. So Krishna's stealing activity is very much prominent behind the creating the Leela of Damodara. Damobandhana Leela. Krishna got bound, tied up by Mother Jashoda around his waist. Okay. What is the cause of such great Leela, beautiful, wonderful Leela? Stealing activity. If Krishna would not be engaged in stealing activity, such tasteful, delicious, blissful Damobandhana Leela would not have appeared, and such rasa would not be appearing, okay, to be relished by Mother Jashoda and Nanda Maharaj, other Braja Gopis. Okay, it would be just straight and simple. Oh, Krishna was hungry, he wanted butter, and therefore Mother Jashoda fed him butter, finish. Just very normal and monotonous way, could be. But in order to create more taste, rasa, specific rasa in his pastimes, Krishna became playful. Instead of where in his residence everything belongs to him. Mother Jashoda asked Gopala, Gopala, everything belongs to you. Why you have to steal? Why you have to thieve? Everything belongs to you. If you want something, I will give you. You eat as much as you want. But still, Krishna doesn't want. Krishna doesn't want to do things in such simple, normal, conventional, so normal, usual way, because there is no so much taste in that usual, normal way. He wanted to create more rasa in his relationship with his mother and father, with other Braja gopis. So he decided to steal the butter instead of taking directly from Mother Jashoda. Then some rasa came. What was that rasa? Krishna's cute ways, Bala Gopal Krishna's cute ways of stealthily, thief-like ways of the movement, hidden ways of the movements, and stealing the butter, with some careful eyes whether he'll get caught or not, and while stealing butter, eating himself and sharing with his own friends, and also sharing with the monkeys and all everywhere, and becoming very naughty, bit mischievous, spilling the butter all over the floor, and looking around whether mother coming or not. He may get caught, and often he gets caught, and then mother comes and becomes worried, then wants to chastise her beloved son a bit. Why you made a mess? He stole. Why are you stealing? If you want to eat butter, how much you want to eat, I will give you. Why should you steal? It's all yours, Gopal. Still you have been so naughty. You have been so naughty, so mischievous. You won't take butter straightly from my hand so much. You have to steal, and you get some joy in doing that. Oh, I have got such a naughty child. I have got a beautiful child, but very naughty, very mischievous, always keeping me engaged. I never know which way this child will do things, break things or steal away things, or how mischievous, which way this child will come out, very great mischief, how much mischievous he will become, I never know. I always have to remain very careful about my child. Very beautiful. I've got a very beautiful, wonderful child, but very, very high-spirited. My child is very, very high-spirited, highly energetic, full of energy, very mischievous, very naughty. I have to remain very careful. Naughty child. Now Mother Jashoda has got newer engagement of special service to her beloved son Gopala. Even Nanda Maharaj, his father also got special service to be engaged in relation to their naughty, beloved but very naughty son Gopala, baby Gopala. What is that service? Always to take care of him. Continuously taking care, be careful of their mischievous, naughty son. And also relishing, oh, my son is so full of energy, so intelligent, so naughty, very expert to hide, to take things in a hidden way, very intelligent. My son, they're also appreciating. See, at heart, Mother Jashoda, Nanda Maharaj, other appreciating, they are having some taste of Krishna's cute fool. Krishna is very playful, most cute, beautiful ways of stealing things, stealing butter, sharing with his friends and sharing with other monkeys and creating a mess. In some corner, at some part of their heart, they are appreciating, they are enjoying the taste. But at the same time, they also, in order to become the ideal parent, in order to become ideal parents of Balagopal Krishna, to teach him, okay, to be disciplined, to have some sense of discipline, and this is no good, we have to chastise. See, now their Vatsalya Prema, parental love, now their parental duty with love, sense of responsibility, parents' responsibility, now coming up more into play to take care of Balagopal properly, because he became very naughty and mischievous. If he would become like very peaceful, very quiet and peaceful boy, baby, okay, without engaging in all these mischievous activities, stealing activities, naughty activities, then Mother Jashoda, Nanda Maharaj and other Brajagopis will not receive the opportunity, chance of doing such service to Balagopal Krishna, what they get while he is playfully, he is very naughtily doing the things. In order to create that scope of service and the taste, that particular rasa, to take care of Balagopala, Krishna is becoming so cute and playful, becoming naughty and mischievous. Some rasa. Otherwise, all will become very simple. To Krishna, simple and normal, no real rasa. See? Therefore, where Lord Ramachandra, of course, he was also playful, very playful in his childhood. But Krishna became very, very much more playful compared to Lord Rama, Leela, in the childhood. See? Therefore, Krishna means such a Lord who is transcending all the limitations of dry rules and regulations, sense of disciplines and formalities, formal conventional ways of the life, but he is rather the Lord of so much dynamic energy, dynamic ecstatic energy, dynamic taste energy. He is so full with the dynamic, dynamic and living energy of creating more and more rasa, mellows, through his playful pastimes. Instead of keeping everything just normal and simple and usual, nice, but no, nothing something special, no special rasa in that. But while Krishna becomes so playful, when a Supreme Lord, whether Balagopal Krishna, or Krishna in the Kishora form, juvenile age, manifests so playfully and doing everything so playful way, extraordinary way, very personal, special ways, sometimes hidden, sometimes non-hidden, open way. Then newer and newer rasas appear in newer dynamics, navayoman ways, to the limitlessness, to the endlessness. That is Krishna's characteristic. Therefore, he is called as Leela Purushottama. Purushottama, who is full of Leela, variegated, sporting pastimes. Variegatedly playful Lord, a Lord full of variegated plays. Lord, who does his activities, performs all his activities in characteristically playful ways instead of very simple, normal, tasteless ways. If not tasteless ways, just normal, general ways. It doesn't do. Each and every activity Krishna does is always special. Man is special, qualified with some specific rasa, special rasa and taste. That is Krishna. And this is not so much found in Narayana, Lord Rama, not also much found in their Leela, but not so much found like we find in Krishna Leela. And therefore, Shukadev, Vyasadev, Shukadev Goswami, the greatly realized devotees, exalted devotees, glorified Lord Krishna as Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Ete changsha kalapungsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Why Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan? Because of all the specialities, special qualities, characteristics. Even more than 60 qualities, he has got more, 64 qualities. Oh, and each and every quality of Krishna in Krishna Leela is inundating, is so all capturing, all captivating. Very powerful, very powerfully captivating. The very meaning of the name of Krishna means all attractive. Similarly, each and every quality of Krishna is also all attractive. It has got that utmost, highest attractive power within. What is that power? All captivating power. So, very harmonious with the name of, with the meaning of the name of Krishna. Okay. Krishna's ways, playful ways of activities, doing pastimes, is very harmonious with the meaning of his name, Krishna. Okay. So, stealing characteristic is one of the most beautiful, attractive characteristics, qualities of Lord Krishna. So much so that everybody wants to be stolen. They desire, they desperately desire, once somebody has got any glimpse of the taste of being stolen by Krishna, even have any glimpse of the taste, that taste is so wonderful and so heart capturing, so heart captivating. They desperately want, they hanker after that, they hanker for being stolen by Krishna. They cannot but hanker after being stolen by Krishna. Oh, there is no joy beyond that. There is no more joy beyond that, no more bliss beyond that. Right? To be stolen by Krishna. Therefore, devotees love to praise him as Chauragra Ganna. Pure devotee like Billamangal Thakur composed one full song, Purushottamashtak Sri Chauragra Ganyastakam. After that Leela, in order to describe, not just describe, worship, glorify that Leela of Krishna as Chauragra Gannam, Chauragra Ganna Purushottama, and felt in each and every step of his writing, in each and every step of his descriptions of composition, Stava as glorifying Krishna as Chauragra Ganna, the devotee finding so much taste, relishing so much, to call their beloved Lord as the best of the thief, to call, to define, to address their beloved Lord as the merciful thief, divine thief, Lord of their life, Lord of the love of their life. So this is what it is. So now see again the same thing. So Damobandhan Leela came from Krishna's stealing activity. Otherwise such beautiful Leela full of Damobandhana Leela Rasa would not have appeared. Krishna crying, Mother Jashoda running after Krishna, somehow grabbing, cannot easily grab Krishna, still running after, trying to bind Krishna, cannot bind Krishna so easily, bringing so many ropes after ropes cannot bind, while Krishna, because of the mystic power of Krishna, Krishna was still playing with mother, but at last, while Balagopal Krishna saw his mother so determined to bind him, but became so tired, exhausted trying to bind him, but because ropes are being sought, 2 fingers could not bind. So Krishna decided to be bound by her now. Now Lord Krishna decided, he became defeated. Balagopal Krishna now became almighty. Lord Krishna became defeated before Mother Jashoda by the strong determination of Mother Jashoda that I must bind my son, naughty son. I must bind him. Krishna had to surrender. Ultimately, Balagopal Krishna had to surrender before his mother's determination, because he could not tolerate mother's fatigue. She became so exhausted in order trying to bind him, but she could not bind. Krishna was still playing with mother, trying to say, oh, you cannot bind me so easily, playfully playing. But at last, Krishna had to surrender to his mother's determination. Oh, I have no other way out but to be bound by my mother, by the rope of the love, Vatsalya Prem of my mother. I have no way out. I have to be bound. I am compelled to be bound. And Krishna was bound. Krishna became defeated. His almighty the power of almightiness, what he was trying to play with his mother so long by shortening 2 fingers short, the ropes, no matter how many ropes he was bringing or being supplied, always 2 fingers short. But that almighty mystical, the application of Lord Krishna's mystical opulence as almighty failed, got defeated before the endless power of love of Mother Jashoda, Vatsalya Prem of Mother Jashoda. She didn't want to accept that reality, didn't want to agree with that, didn't want to make any compromise that I cannot bind my son. She was determined. She was fully determined to bind her naughty son. She said, she talked to herself, after all, I am his mother. Something happening in a mystical way, I don't know really, but I must bind my naughty son. After all, I am his mother and he is my son. Can it be that I cannot bind my son? I cannot subject, I cannot have control over my son? Can it be like that? Never. I can control my son. After all, he is my son, so mischievous, so naughty. Okay, I can control no matter what is happening. Something happening, something mystical, mysterious ways I don't want to care about. that I brought so much ropes and still 2 fingers short, but still I must bind my son. She was determined, ignoring all these, even the reality that 2 fingers short. Each rope, no matter how many ropes she was binding with each other, all the time 2 fingers short. Still, Mother Jashoda just ignored that fact. How? By the power of her determination, loving determination. I must bind my son. Okay? After all, he is my son. I don't know. Maybe my son also has got some mystical power of killing demons, this and that, something happening, but he cannot take over me. After all, he is my son. So he cannot take over me. All this, I must have control. So, and Lord Krishna ultimately had to surrender. Ultimately, that almighty Balagopal had to surrender helplessly to his mum. Upon seeing that mother became so determined, becoming exhausted, he became exhausted, all over sweating, okay, and feeling fatigue, yet she is so determined, she cannot but bind me. Krishna could not tolerate mother's exhaustion and fatigue, could not tolerate. It was paining. It became so painful to Balagopal to see his mother in that condition. So, he had no other way. He could not but surrender to mother. Could not but surrender to mother. And then, as soon as Mother Jashoda could bind the naughty Krishna Balagopal, now she became very happy. She became so happy, overwhelmed with happiness and joy that she could bind her son. Now her son is controlled, became so naughty, so mischievous, now he will be under control. Okay? And had some pride, like a mother, yes. Naughty son, I know how to subject you to the reason. I know how to discipline you. My naughty son, you became so full of energy and high spirit. Oh, overwhelming energy. I don't know how to get control over you. I cannot do other things of householder activities. I cannot do other duties of my householder life because of my mischievous son, so full of energy, brisk. Now mother became peaceful and happy. See, if such Leela would not have happened, this Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa tasted by Mother Jashoda, and also the same Vatsalya Rasa Balagopal was tasting, could relish, would not have appeared. If Krishna would not be so mischievous and naughty, such scope of the rasa and relish would not have appeared. See, in a similar way, if Krishna would not become stealer, another great special rasa of his doing things in a very playful, hidden way will not appear. And mark one thing, sometimes we say open secret. Sometimes there is an expression saying open secret. Means secret, but at the same time it's not totally secret, open. Krishna's ways of stealing also it's like open secret. It is hidden, stealing, but at the same time he is getting caught also. Every time. Everybody knows that. Okay, while Krishna stole something, and after some time it is being known. Okay, so it is not staying completely like a thief. Okay, like a thief in the mundane world will do, keeping it completely secret and offensively secret and hiding okay, because something negative there, something wrong, they are so hiding from society and all. But we don't find such ways in the stealing Leela of Krishna, because although he's a great stealer, Krishna has been engaged in stealing activity, but every time, after some times, it came into open that Krishna stole, whether stealing butter, or stealing Brajagopis' garments, or stealing the hearts of the devotees, minor hearts of the devotees. It becomes openly known at some point Krishna was stealing, Krishna stole. So in that way also, the nature of the stealing activity of Krishna also very open, wonderfully open and beautiful, because there is nothing negative, nothing bad in that stealing. Therefore, there is no real necessity of keeping his stealing ways suppressed or secret for all time. Okay? Because there is nothing bad or nothing offensive. Everything is good. So at some point it all comes open. See, the same stealing what Krishna started in the childhood continued all through. It did not just end in his childhood activities. It even continued all through his juvenile pastimes. Krishna, Kishoro Krishna. Therefore we see the same activity another way in case of stealing away the garments of the Brajagopis while they got into the Jamuna river. They got into the Jamuna river for bathing. Lord Krishna stole away their garments. Just on the, okay, stole all the garments of them and kept beside him on the tree and started playing flute. Very playful activity. In an ordinary mundane way, such activity will look like Krishna was a great teaser. He was causing some torture and difficulties towards those beautiful damsels, young damsels, Brajagopis in the Jamuna who were bathing in the river Jamuna. It was not so good. It was not good activity. He was torturing them and insulting them, making them feeling embarrassed. How the Supreme Lord can do it? Again, another world of realization is there. Another world of great relish of that pastimes there. And devotees will have to go in the very root cause for that. Actually, Brajagopis, all those Brajagopis engaged in doing Katyayani Brata, performing Katyayani Brata for a whole month, okay, praying to the Supreme Lord to make Krishna their husband, make Krishna their husband forever. And they were so desperately praying to Devi Katyayani, Goddess Katyayani, and keeping the vow, doing the brata for a whole month. And as a part of the brata, every morning they went inside the Jamuna river to take bath, even it was cold. It was a part of the observance of the brata. So see, and almost at the end of the brata, Krishna wanted to fulfill their desire. For what? They were keeping the brata, observing the brata for a whole month, even with some austerity. Katyayani brata. Wanting Krishna, okay, praying, imploringly, earnestly praying for Krishna, hankering for Krishna to become their husband. And at the end of the brata, Krishna wanted to fulfill that desire of their heart. So ultimately, such dealings was between husband and wife. Okay, nothing like, oh, Krishna was encroaching the right unlawfully in someone's personal life. Okay, not at all that. Krishna was already the owner of their mind and heart and everything. All those Brajagopis' mind, heart, everything already got captured by Krishna. In other words, their mind and heart, everything were already offered, surrendered to Krishna, okay, before their beloved husband. And as their beloved husband, Krishna also accepted that. So it was through mutual reciprocations, through their mutual love reciprocations, as transcendental, eternal husband and transcendently eternal wives. I repeat, as eternally transcendentally eternal husband and transcendently eternal wives. It was their mutual reciprocation relationship, sanctioned by each other, mutually accepted, agreed. Not just agreed, much more than being agreed between them. So, as soon as we come to understand the reality, then we cannot have any negative conception about that Leela of Krishna. And Shukadev Goswami also explains, Krishna can see in and out. He is living in everyone's being. I repeat, Krishna is simply living in everyone's existence as Paramatma. Nothing can be hidden to him. So it doesn't really make any difference to Krishna whether Brajagopis were with clothes or without clothes, because Krishna was seeing in and out. He was living within them as the beloved Lord of their life, also without, outside. Krishna was living in and outside them. So actually Krishna was accepting those Brajagopis who prayed to receive him as their husband, okay, accepting them from inside as Paramatma through their hearts, from inside, also from outside by doing this Leela, okay, giving a message to them. If you really want to surrender to me, offer yourself to me, you have to be beyond all the shyness and limitations, okay, and offer to me exclusively, unconditionally. There cannot be any conditioning in your life like clothes and this and that, no conditioning, okay. You have to offer yourselves to me unconditionally, with unconditional love, ways of love. I am such Lord, then I am pleased. So since you have already given your mind and heart, everything to me, okay, you have already given everything, it doesn't make any difference whether I take away some of your external dress, clothing or not. Same to me. So, and Brajagopis ultimately enjoyed it. Instead of they became, although they playfully, okay, acted dramatically, playfully and dramatically said so many words to Krishna, oh Lord, don't become so unkind to us, we are shivering in cold in this water, how can we come up of the water, come outside the water bare-bodied, we feel so shy, please give us back, please give our clothes back, become kind with us. Why? Krishna didn't want to listen. He was testing them, and there was nobody else around there, only Krishna and them. Nobody else around, only Krishna and them. At some point, Brajagopis had to agree. They had to come up of the water, okay, water as they are, without any coverings, without any type of coverings before their beloved Lord, who is none other their Paramatma, living inside, living in them. So what's the big deal to present themselves before that Supreme Lord, okay, from whom they cannot keep any secret, because he is already living inside them. how can they hide anything from the Lord? So it didn't really make any difference. And ultimately, although playfully, outwardly, cutely, in a cute way, they were trying to use some words to Krishna, telling Krishna that he was torturing them, keeping them in the cold Jamuna water in that way. How could they come up? They have got some prestige and respect and some great shyness. So, kind of torturing should not become so unkind. But inwardly, same gopis were so joyful. They were really relishing. They are full of bliss, of love of their husband, Krishna. They are full of the bliss of understanding that their prayer were getting fulfilled. Their prayer becoming fulfilled in this way by their beloved husband. That's what they really wanted. What they really wanted, they desperately wanted. So inwardly, they all became so joyful and blissful, overwhelmed with blissfulness. And at some point when they came up from the Jamuna river water, stood before Krishna, took their garment, they could not leave. If those Brajagopis could not easily leave the place, became so attracted to their beloved husband Krishna, they could not leave from that place. Even if Krishna was telling playfully, now you can go away for doing other duties. Now you have already got back your garment, your clothes, wear and go away. But still, they could not leave. Even if in some way they wanted to go, but they could not go. They became so attracted, so charmed by Lord Krishna's beauty and quality, by the love of Lord Krishna, their husband, eternal husband. They could not move. They didn't want to go away. So this is the real nature of the pastimes. Once one understands this, there will be no tinge of negative feelings around this. Krishna Tattva, Brajagopis Tattva, and the Tattva of their mutual love relationship in eternity, in limitlessness and eternity must be understood. Gaur Hari Bol. So, devotees consider is a great boon, a great fortune. It's the great reality of Lord Krishna's mercifulness that he appears in their lives as a stealer, and they are so eternally grateful for this nature, characteristics of their beloved Lord. I can still be continuing. I understand there is no end. There is no real end of glorifying such Leela. So I humbly remain here. Jai Chauragra Ganna Bhagavan Krishna Chandra Jiv ki Jai. Chauragra Ganna He Bhagavan Govinda Dev Gopinath Jiv Madana Mohana Jiv ki Jai.
जय विष्णुवाद विशामी अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्तिनंदन स्वामी महाराज की जय।
Hey, Gurudev Guruvarg